President Trump could be teaming up with legendary Alabama football coach Nick Saban to make college sports great again.
War Eagle. Meanwhile, reports suggest Trump wants to create a college sports commission aimed at overhauling college athletics.
Here and now, live in studio, is host of the Ricky Cobb Show on OutKick, none other than Ricky Cobb. Good name, well-named show, by the way. What do you think of this commission? Because it does seem like college sports is in a bit of chaos right now.
College sports has become a confusing mess. And I think that what we've seen is sort of an overcorrection for so long. We've heard, will players ever get paid? Can we say that they're really student athletes in these mega million-dollar institutions, right? The institutions are raking in a ton of money, football money, basketball money. The coaches are, the ADs are. What about the student athlete, right? Well, now the pendulum is swung, and it's swung so far, so fast, that I think it's left a lot of people scrambling with what the aftermath would be. And what we see right now is really a confusing situation, and I think that we could all benefit from some clarity.
But what can the government do? Because one of the big problems is just that athletes just change schools so easily and frequently. What was it you said? It was Baylor? The Baylor basketball team?
The entire team.
Just hit the road.
Yeah, turned over. Indiana's going to have an entirely new men's basketball team next season as well. The transfer portal has been a wreck. Tom Izzo from Michigan State, the legendary basketball coach, called it the transfer urinal. We saw about 20% of FBS scholarship football players enter the transfer portal last year. Over a third of NCAA Division I men's basketball players entering the transfer portal. And they're in the portal before the season's over. We've seen situations in football and in basketball where players are entering the portal and their team isn't even done playing for the year.
And they don't even go play in the bowl game because they're afraid of getting hurt because they're going to transfer. All right, we do have to ask you about this,
humans suck.
Nike
and
is
so does Alabama, by the way. So, hey, War Eagle, go ahead.
All right. Nike is in some hot water over allegedly funding a transgender youth study.
Retired NBA superstar Charles Barkley weighing in on OutKick earlier today.
Men should not play sports against women. If anybody think that, I think they're stupid. I think we have to be very careful screwing around with kids, because, they're not fully developed as a person.
Ricky, I just wanted to point out, Nike has a history of treating women like Shinola. It was particularly about pregnancy. Allison Felix, the 6-time Olympic gold medalist, cut her pay when she was pregnant because they were worried about her performance after she gave birth. They did it time and again, then changed their policy. So it wouldn't surprise me that they funded that study, but I love Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I love Charles Barkley as well. Can I throw a War Eagle in there? I'm from Kentucky, but I'll do one for Charles Barkley.
I hate Alabama.
Look, I'll tell you, we have that in common. I will tell you this. Charles Barkley is just a common sense guy. And I've said it many times. I'm 100% in favor of adults doing whatever they want to do with their own lives as long as it's not harming anyone else, just as a general philosophy. Children are different. These are minor children. And if this is true, Nike has to answer for it because it is absolutely unethical to be performing these types of experiments on children, treating them effectively as guinea pigs for things that are going to permanently alter their bodies. There's no completely going back from this kind of thing, and the questions that Nike is being asked are entirely appropriate, and Nike needs to step up and address it.
Well, that's the point. Nike doesn't they haven't answered it. They need to answer it. Either own it or deny it, but they haven't denied it.
And that non-denial feels like a tacit admission that something was going on, right? And if Nike does not believe that this is right, Nike should give a full-throated disavowing of the fact that they were never involved in this. But I think the fact of the matter is, guys, that they're unable to do so.
Right. That's too much common sense.
Before we go, Charles Barkley's worked on his golf swing, but I go back and watch the old videos of his hitch and his swing when I'm having a bad day.
We need to get Charles on this show. Charles, come on the bottom line. Let's have a chat.
I will pay you respect as much as I give Ricky Cobb.
Ricky Cobb, everybody.
Tomorrow.